Hello and welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
We've got Rob in the booth. Say what's up, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. The Invitational at SCG Con is right around the corner.
Next weekend.
Yeah, like 10 days or so.
That's insane.
Week and a half.
That's insane.
So we are shifting into prepare for that tournament mode, which means a lot of standard and a lot of modern coming for the next 3 shows. We'll have our normal 2 shows this week. Next week, we'll just have Tuesday show. Thursday, Star City Games is going to be setting up for SCG Con, so no Versus Live that day. So we got 3 shows left to prepare for that.
And let's get real. We have the more important event on that Thursday, the Roanoke Basketball League. You know, it's accepting visitors, you know, so yeah.
The SCG Con kickoff basketball tournament.
Exactly, yeah. Just to see how many Magic players, 1, have not worked out through the pandemic, and 2, who's going to be injured for the actual event. We'll see who's gimping around.
To be fair, I wasn't working out before the pandemic either, so...
That's fair. Yeah. You're staying consistent.
Yes.
Good call.
You know, you don't mess with perfection.
Yeah, that's true. True.
Once you get there, you just try to maintain.
Maintain, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. How's that going?
It's going great.
All right.
I'm well maintained.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 shows left to get y'all prepared and get us prepared for the Invitational at SCG Con. Today, we're going to be starting with a little standard, and that is because our own Corey Baumeister had himself a nice little run in a tournament we like to call the Arena Open.
That's what we call it. Yep, I became a fresh thousandaire this last weekend. Big news, you know. I got 7 wins in the Arena Open with basically this 75. I think I changed 2 cards that I didn't like. But
I'm honestly surprised you showed up for work. I thought you would just put in your notice, quit, take it all to Vegas.
My Lamborghini is actually coming in tomorrow, so Thursday is a big question mark. But yeah, that $2,000, I mean, is going to change my life. So,
this Magic thing may actually pay off for you.
I think so. You know, I finally made it, Mom. You know, I know you're watching out there. You can finally be proud.
I assumed that they're paying you in ones, so you can just throw it on your bed.
Actually, you had an option to pay in Trident Layers. I went with that, so I'm going to be just loaded on gum here for this event.
Smart.
Yeah, so if anyone needs any gum for Roanoke, for the Invitational, I got you.
Yeah,
you know, people are going to come up to me and ask me for gum now, right?
You bet. I hope you bring like 3 packs of Trident Layers.
Yeah. I'll bring that gum that you get from like the Harry Potter trick things that like taste like gum right away, and then all of a sudden it just tastes like, I don't know, fart or something.
The jelly beans?
Yeah.
Jelly beans, yeah.
Oh, I thought they had gum too. There's got to be gum out there that does that too. Technology has gone pretty far. We're recreationally flying to space. There's got to be some gum that tastes bad. So
yeah, that is the order of human progression.
Yes.
Odd tasting gum, then recreational space flights.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't skip any steps.
Isn't that just juicy fruit? Like it tastes good for 2 seconds, and all of a sudden it's just nothing.
Yeah, actually, good point. Yeah, they made that in the early 90s, I guess, huh? Or in the early 1900s. Don't even start. I thought you were going to give me the exact date of when Juicy Fruit was made, and...
It was, but...
I know it. I
guess we can keep moving.
But yeah, anyway, so for today, I'm going to be playing this Izzet deck. It's kind of a combination of just like Izzet turns, the Grixis, Celestis, Lear kind of deck, and just kind of Izzet Dragons. I kind of just smashed the best things from all of them together. I was pretty unsure of the list when I started the event, but it ended up playing out very well, and I learned a lot of things that I want and don't want. Number 1 being I don't really want Goldspan Dragon, pre or post. Not a big fan. I like Lear as just the game 1 card, and then up against everything that isn't the mirror, your whole plan is just Lear. Just Lear, deal with the board, and then against the mirror, you know, you still got Hermits, you still got Eggs, and Eggs come in on the board when people juke and take out some of their removal and stuff. That's the whole big picture idea behind this list. And yeah, I like it a decent amount.
And that's still sort of the task that remains for people playing, you know, high-level Standard right now. We know that Izzet Epiphany is so far been proven beatable. But is that just because we haven't found the right list? Is it because, you know, every week when you try to close the holes that you had last weekend, you open new holes, so it's just about being ahead of the metagame? Still a little unsure. So I still think that if you find the right list, especially on the given weekend, you know, you're going to dominate with Izzet Epiphany.
Yep.
So the task today is, you know, is this the right list?
Yeah.
Or was it just a good list for last week's metagame, and are things going to change over the next week and a half where you're going to have to make some significant changes? So
yeah. And I mean, honestly, Magic moves that fast right now. And, there's still always that question mark. We always see every single weekend, even Yuta again himself, got the 7 wins just with his 75, just straight ran it back from the World Championship. And I saw a lot of people that just ran it.
Don't try that at home, kids.
Yeah, don't try that at home. You got to innovate.
You're not Yuta Takahashi.
Yeah.
Unless you are, in which case you're fine. You don't have to pay attention.
He watched our show probably exactly once when we had Yuta Takahashi Day, and he's like, no, not for me. These players, not great. Yeah. But, I mean, that's still a great deck, too. Green has still been putting up a lot of numbers. Cedric got 7 wins as well. Will just did well with it. It literally won both of the SCGs, the big event. So I still think it's going to be a wide variety of decks, and none of them are wildly ahead of any of them. So I think it will be close, and you can kind of play what you want, but you need to get in reps with your deck and know how to play against each of one of the big 4 decks. I think white, green, Izzet Dragons, Izzet Turns, those are the big ones.
Yeah. So those are the 3 decks I'm going to be playing today. I'm going to be starting with a little mono white, a deck I like quite a bit. I think with the changes, especially that you've made in removal, having sorcery speed removal like Thundering Rebuke, having Demon Bolt, which is a little more expensive, getting low to the ground with the curve that Mono White has is the right response to that.
Yeah.
And the way to punish you. So I do think Mono White has gotten better because of the adaptations that Izzet Turns players have had to make in order to be killing opposing Goldspan Dragons and Smoldering Eggs. So Mono White I think is a good choice. I know Packox got 7 wins in the Arena Open with it, so definitely people still seeing some success. Frank Karsten did very well in the Red Bull event.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And I will say one thing about white. I think it has some really, really strong draws. And I think especially, like, I queued for the Arena Open Day 2 with mono white for the best of 1, hand smoother kind of thing,
Yeah.
I hate to play best of 1. I really do, because it's not truly Magic to me. We're boomers to our core. We sideboard. That's just what we do. we don't have our draws fixed for us. That's absurd. But that's what was easiest to get into Day 2. And the one thing I'll say about white is I think it has some really, really strong draws, but I think out of every deck in Standard, it is structurally the weakest deck. I think it's just inherently a lower power level. You can get some really awkward draws where, you just get a lot of 1-drops that aren't that strong. But, when you can curve out well and you get a good draw, it's a very scary deck.
So it's an aggro deck.
Thank you. Yes.
Underpowered with curve up.
That was, I guess, the summary of my point. So you're right. Maybe it's just I don't like the style as much. But I don't know. Are you considering mono white for the weekend?
Yep. That is. Yeah. I'm either going to be playing mono white or Izzet Turns, as I've decided, which is what I wrote my article about, the decks that I'm considering for the Invitational. And
now you don't have to read it. Now you don't have to read it. He just told you.
There's a whole modern section.
Oh, okay.
And in the modern section, there's 4 decks I'm deciding between.
Oh, you better not tell him now. You're not going to get any readers for your article. All right, let's battle. And yeah, Rob, realize this. This is probably our last Standard show before we do preview season for Crimson Vow. That starts next week already.
Yeah.
So this is like the last time with this Standard, and then we just bring it on again. Isn't that insane?
It's a little weird.
It is a little weird.
Rob, is the top card of my deck a land?
Let's see. I'm focusing. I'm thinking. No.
Okay, mulligan.
You have to mulligan then, yeah. I'm going to keep... Oh, Rob! Rob, is the top card of my deck a land?
I have no idea. I couldn't guess.
Okay, I keep. My hand is functional either way, but if the top card's a land, then it's real functional. Real functional has been called.
I had a 1-lander.
Corey, I'm looking forward to that 20 later.
Yeah, I also have a 1-lander. What of it?
I'm mulligan 1-landers with aggro decks. Corey's keeping 1-landers with control decks. Welcome to Versus Live.
What a time to be alive, huh? What a time to be alive. All right, Rob, do you got any questions to start our morning?
I don't, but someone did say they were going to hold you to having some Trident layers at the Envy. So.
Dang it. Dang it. I'm going to be forced to giving out.
You best be prepared.
I got to stop saying these bold claims on air, huh? Do you want me to check if there's a land on top, buddy?
Think this is a keepable one-lander.
Okay. All right. Let's do it.
I will start with Plains Usher.
Okay. Ooh. Rob was right. There was a land on top. Okay, past you.
Attack.
No, beginning of combat. I'm going to hazard that.
I will then...
You drew your land, though. That's good.
I did draw a land. That's good. Play an adversary.
Okay.
You're up.
I'll just play a land and past you.
Luminarch Aspirant.
Yep, that resolves.
Go to combat.
Sure.
Put a counter on the adversary.
Sure.
Attack for 4.
I'll take it. I'm at 16. You're at 24.
That is a truth fact.
Okay, done.
I'll play an Usher.
I'll draw a disruption that.
Sure.
Done.
Yep.
I will iterate. Put this here, this to my hand, this here, and pass to you.
Didn't play the land. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I will play Maul of the Skyclaves.
Okay.
I will equip to Luminarch Aspirant.
Okay.
Go to combat.
Sure.
I will put another counter on adversary.
Okay.
Attack for 8.
All right. I'm in a lot of trouble.
You go to 8. I go to 29.
Yeah.
You're up. This is a good one-lander.
Yeah, that was a good one,
I'm
Lander.
glad I kept this one.
I'm in trouble. dun, 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 dun. Well.
So you're saying that secretly I was helping you.
Yeah. If the other hand, I was a one-lander where the top card was a land, but there were none in the next 3, I would have been screwed.
Well, I guess I will play a land. And I guess I'll cry. But first I'll pass to you.
Go to combat.
Yep.
Counter on the aspirant.
Okay.
Attack for lethal damage.
I'll kill that. Was hoping you'd put the counter there.
Take
You
4.
correctly did not.
Go to 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to make both creatures a 2-turn clock.
Yeah.
And then I'll play an Elite Spellbinder.
I had a card that I wanted and a land that I wanted to top deck.
Let's take this Battle of Frost and Fire and exit on that one.
Yeah, good call, good call. Well,
You're up.
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. It's all okay.
All okay. Well, I think I'm going to be playing this. We'll discard this.
I think Corey's right, y'all. This white deck is just so underpowered.
Hey, I'm still saying it's powerful, but I'm not saying it's the most powerful deck in the format. Okay, I'm going to play this, and I'll pass to you.
Play land, play another aspirant.
Yep.
Go to beginning of combat.
Yep.
I will target aspirant with itself and spellbinder with the other aspirant,
Yep.
and then I'll attack.
I have those. I will do a scry once. I do not want this. I will do another scry. Ooh.
Wow.
I probably do not want that either. Yeah, I still can't cast battle. If this was an untapped land, I felt so good because then I could, top deck a land and cast battle. Well, I'd be casting this even if I keep it. I don't think it's worth the risk. I still just need to find so much stuff. Iteration is better.
Replay the aspirant. Pass.
Yep. All right. So I need to deal with still kind of both of them. All right. Let's go with an iteration.
Yep.
Let's put this here. this to my hand. And this on the bottom. And then I'll play this as a land tapped, and I will pass to you.
Oof, didn't find a land with it. Thank God.
I know, right? Yeah.
I will go to beginning of combat.
Mm.
You can't kill anything first, man. Unless you have 2 removal spells again, I guess.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay, do your thing.
Okay, counter on each.
Yep.
Get in for 4.
Okay, I will divide by 0. And I think I actually have to... So it's either, you know this card, it's either I loot and try to find a land for Battle of Frost, or I get Environmental Sciences. I'm going to 2. You're going to play like Elite Spellbinder probably. I kind of think I have to just loot. I don't think this... God, this is tough. It's definitely not Mascot. So if you just Spellbinder me, you're probably going to take the Sciences. And then... Yeah, and then I'd be in a ton of trouble. So yeah, I'm going to just loot away this. And draw. Okay.
Okay. I'll play right in. Stops the Battle of Frost and Fire. Stops the Epiphany.
Well, nice draw.
I thought so.
Okay, well... Yeah, I'm dead. I got punished. I drew the land, so I got what I wanted, but I did not play around the top decked Redain.
And you weren't in the spot where you could.
If I get Environmental Sciences, do you still just play it? You probably have to, right?
Yeah. Gotta play around the battle.
And then I still die, because then I Sciences to go to 4, I Thundering Rebuke to kill Redain, and then just die. Yeah,
Whichever creature you kill, I quit the other one.
Yeah. All right. Nice work. You all right there, Rob? Oh, yeah. I think,
just knocking around my clipboard.
I thought either Rob just woke up, just fell asleep, and then had one of those jerk wake up moments. But yeah,
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Life's
okay.
good. All right, that was a good game. So we are gonna head to the sideboard now, and I don't know. Hopefully, I added more Cinderclasms than I know I have in my sideboard, and see what can happen for game 2. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Magic action here on Versus Live. All right, everybody, welcome back to sideboarding here on Versus Live between Izzet turns, or honestly, Izzet Lear. It's truly just Izzet Lear. I added a third Lear to the board since even submitting this deck. Just played a little for fun last night. It's just a Lear deck. That card is so messed up.
It's a secret Lear.
It's a secret Lear. Yeah.
Watsy's releasing that one next month, I think.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, cool. So from my end, I'm going to be bringing in, basically against white, you just bring in any card that is red. Pretty easy here. These are just for control. These are your lessons you don't want to touch. You bring in everything else against this. Memory Deluge is the one card you really want to get out. On the play, it's okay, because, you're kind of pushing ahead, but Unexpected Windfall is the card you want against aggro. Not only is it still doing what Memory Deluge does, get you some card advantage, but it's ramping you to these combo turns. You take out one of your Splinter Twins combos each, because you don't want to flood on these. You definitely just want Lear more. Fading Hope is extremely good, and you want every single copy if you're up against green, or if you're on the draw. So I'll be bringing more of these in back on the draw. But against white, your creatures are so cheap. I don't need a ton of them. And the reason why you need them all against green is all their removal is fight-based. So if you have Lear, you have 6 mana, you have one of these in your graveyard that you just bounced an Old Girl Troll early, your Lear can't be killed. White's a little different. You have, still kind of the same, but you can still have Fateful Absence, which is actually low-key like the best card against me. But you can also have like Brutal Cathar, where I can get you, but it's a lot more awkward. If you have 6 mana and you go Cathar, my Lear, and I'm like, okay, Fading Hope it from the graveyard, like, okay, now I'll take it, So not as good against white. And then these are just some of the more expensive cards that I like to trim, and then just bring in kill creatures. And during these trying times for you, I'd like to offer you an egg as well. So
I accept.
Okay.
I'll take this one.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I guess I have to bring out another card.
Yeah, you have to.
So I'm going to be bringing in Guardian of Faith as just, it's not a super powerful card, but it can put any control deck into some awkward spots.
Yeah.
Where they're not only, sometimes you can protect your creatures from a sweeper, but just having an instant speed threat can really mess with, your plays on your turn. You're not sure if I have it. Is that extra pressure make a difference? So how do you have to hold up? You have sorcery speed removal too that it can mess up, like Thundering Rebuke. And then Curse of Silence as the card to continue to tax Corey's mana, which is my primary form of disruption in the matchup.
Yeah.
With a Raidane and Elite Spellbinder, so Curse just continues that theme. And anytime you're taxing someone's mana, you really, you almost can't do it too much. The more of it you have, the better. And it turns that, what would be just a mana advantage that you're generating, sometimes just into straight card advantage. Like in game 1, that Spellbinder and the Raidane combined to completely blank the Battle of Frost and Fire. Even though it technically was still available to you, it wasn't really, because the game ended before you were able to cast it. So you turn that into card advantage by layering those taxing effects on top of each other and really putting the opponent in a squeeze. Cutting Intrepid Adversary is any sort of Anthem effect I like to cut in heavy removal matchups. And Adversary is no exception. I'm also going to trim a Maul of the Skyclaves just because it doesn't line up very well against your removal. It's another way for me to get tempoed out, for you to buy time. You have a lot of bounce spells. I know you trimmed on Fading Hope. You still have at least one. Right?
Still have one bunch of divides still.
Yeah, divides, and even just instant speed removal spell. And, so I still have one Maul, but I definitely don't want to draw two. So I'm fine trimming one here, bring in some threes. So want to preserve my curve. The other threes are better.
I like it. Okay. Well, let's do some battling. Yeah, this matchup is just always super close too. But whenever I lose, it's extremely close. But everything kind of snowballed out of control. But whenever I win, it's usually like I get 2 turns of just like, oh, I know I'm gonna win. I just have Ashmouth Dragon going to town, pinging away.
You're like 14 life. Your opponent has 1 card in hand. You're 12.
Yeah. You're about to, Galvanic Iteration with Unexpected Windfall. Well, you have an Ashmouth Dragon to deal 4 to stuff, and yeah, it's just good times.
And that's the nature of my disruption base. If I'm trying to beat you by taxing your mana, and you get to a point where you start casting your powerful spells, the snowball rolls down the hill really quickly. Then
even like Unexpected Windfall, I've since went up to 4 as well. I've made some changes last night. Instead of 3 and 2, I just have 4 and 1. And even on turn 3, if you just drop Raidane and I do not have a divide or some way to deal with it at instant speed, not being able to cast that on time is a big difference. Yeah. It's a rough card. So, all right, I will be going first. GL to you.
I went first in the last game. I think we should just kind of keep it consistent.
Well, this hand is pretty awkward. Really awkward, actually. But still kind of good if I get a decent draw. I'm gonna try it.
I'll keep.
Okay. I got a Dwari Ruins and I'll pass to you.
There was never any doubt, chat. Never any doubt. I will lead on Usher again.
Okay. All right, that was an awful draw. I have a Snarl revealing a mountain, and I'll pass to you.
I would like to declare an attack.
Sure.
Get him for 2.
No blocks.
Take 2.
Okay. 18.
Boast.
Okay. Done.
Yeah, you're up.
All right. I just have a mountain, and I'll pass. That was a pretty good draw.
Declare an attack.
Yeah, that's fine.
Get in for 3.
I will be at 15. Usher can be annoying, that's for sure.
Second main, I'll play a Faceless Haven and a Curse of Silence.
Okay.
I'm going to name Unexpected Windfall.
Okay, fair enough.
And then I'll boast.
Okay. Everything that card costs 2 less, and you can
Costs
sack
2
it.
more. Yeah.
Okay. Or 2 more.
Yeah, when you cast a spell with a chosen name, I can cycle the curse.
Okay.
I just don't want Corey to ramp here because I've got good pressure. I can play through removal. I haven't committed much to the battlefield, so I'm okay playing against the controlling elements based on the way the first few turns have played out.
Yeah.
I just
you mean
don't...
me doing nothing? All right, I'll Thundering Rebuke this,
Sure.
and I'll pass to you.
play a Plains and an Adeline.
Okay.
I will declare an attack.
Sure.
Get in for 2 and get another Sheen.
Okay, I'll take 3. I'm down to 12.
Pass the turn.
I will untap. I will draw. Thank God I drew that land. I'll play Battle of Frost and Fire. All right. I'll pass to you.
You see, Corey's Sweeper and his removal spell have traded for 2 things.
Yeah.
I've traded for a lot more material and mana on my end, but I still have stuff going on. Ooh, that was a pretty good draw.
Ooh.
I'll play Stonebinder's Familiar
Okay.
and Elite Spellbinder.
You named a good name, I must say.
Oh, unfortunately, you've got
Yeah.
a lot going on there. I'll take 1 battle.
Yeah.
For sure.
My opening hand had 3 lands, 1 of these, and 3 Battle of Frost and Fires. It's, it's not a great hand, but
Pass the turn.
okay. But now it's all set. Being able to scry here is excellent. Now we're going to see the power of Battle of Frost and Fire. We're going to see the Battle of Frost and Fire. Okay. So just a dilemma of what I want to do here. Almost assuredly just battling again, but trying to set up that next turn. And I don't think I have a good way with these cards to actually, do the combo thing here. So I'm gonna play this. Sorry, this is cutting tough. Yeah, let's bottom these and we'll put 1 on top. And I'm going to play a land and I'll just battle again. Battle again.
You
I'll
left 1
pass
on
to you.
top.
Huh?
You left 1 on top.
I left 1 on top, yep.
Really did not want Corey to hit a land there.
Yeah.
Okay. I will play a land, activate Haven, and get in for 4.
Okay.
Brings you to 8.
8, yep.
And then play the very awkward post-combat Luminarch Aspirant.
Nice.
The only way I could do both.
Yep, makes sense. All right, I will untap. Kind of awkward because I kind of don't want my top card now. No, I still want it. Okay, I'll draw Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Scry 3. That's incredibly awkward. All right, I guess I will just put this on top and these on bottom. And I will just foretell. We got a foretell thing somewhere, right? Whatever, it's foretold.
Yeah.
And then I'll pass to you.
Interesting. Horrible draw. You left how many on top of the scry?
1. 1 magical card. So Ross has an interesting decision to animate the creature land and try to get in there and force me to shuffle away a card. But, essentially use up a good chunk of your mana.
I'd like to go to combat.
Sure.
Counter on the aspirant.
Sure.
Attack for 2.
I'm down to 6.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Not going to field because I like the card. I will draw Chapter 3.
Yep.
All runs. Trigger. Draw
Yep.
2. Discard this. Get a couple of birdies. This is gone. And then untap.
Yep.
Then I will attack.
18.
More birdies.
Yep. That's what that attack means.
Yeah. I'll take some turns. And against white, it's like I don't even try to combo much. It's just I want blockers, you know? Okay. Now I could cast Battle of Frost and Fire. That is an option. It's not a good one. But instead, I think I will just say go. Pass to you. I have one of these in hand, okay? So I bet you have the 3/2 because it made 0 sense for you to not do anything, but it's not like it's that good right now.
Beginning combat.
Sure.
And a counter.
Sure.
No attacks.
Okay.
Second main, Elite Spellbinder.
The elitist of the spellbinders, huh? I'm gonna respond with casting this for 6.
Okay, I'll draw a card with Curse.
I guess I have to tap this. Yep. I think you have the option to do something else too. I don't think it's a forced ability, but I'm sure you want to.
I can sacrifice it to draw, and yeah, I certainly do.
I'm going to discard Burning Hands, draw 2. And I don't think I care to respond, so yeah, here you go. There's going to be a leering problem over this game for you.
I'll take the Leer.
Alrighty. These are both spellbindered.
Pass the turn.
Okay. 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll play Leer.
Sure.
And I'll pass to you.
I will Fateful Absence the Leer.
Okay, I'll Fading Hope Leer.
I'll respond by Fateful Absencing the Leer.
Okay, that will get it gone. And nothing I can do about that. Is it destroyed or exiled?
Destroyed.
And I get a clue?
Yeah, just one, because the other one will get countered by state-based action.
Yep. We don't have a clue over here. Oh, wait, never mind. Yes, we
We got a
do.
bunch of them.
Rob always succeeds. So.
Yeah, Rob always has a clue.
Rob gets a clue. Okay. Well, that sucks. That's exactly what I didn't want to see with Lear, but still in an okay spot.
Yeah, that you are. How do I play through Burning Hands, Spikefield Hazard, Battle of Frost and Fire number 3? I would like to go to combat.
Sure.
Put a counter on the Aspirant.
Sure.
Pass the turn.
Okay. I'll untap. I'll draw. Guess I can start by sacking this clue since I don't have any very good proactive action to do. I'll draw. And I'll pass to you. Deep in the tank.
Yeah, it's just really tough trying to figure out how to play through this.
Yeah, this is the part of the game where, honestly, it's just, that's the best thing that Alrund's Epiphany does, is it allows me to just sit back, sit back and react to the things that matter. Because that white aggressive deck, all the creatures matter until I have creatures, but I don't have creatures until it's Alrund's time, Yeah. So I don't have to worry about Usher or a 3/1 Elite Spellbinder now, and that's a big thing.
I will play Portable Hole.
Portable Hole? Okay.
Target a bird.
My birdie's gone. I don't know how birds get put in a portable hole. That seems wild to me, but whatever. Flavor fail.
I will play a Luminarch Aspirant.
Luminarch Aspirant. Okay.
I'd like to go to combat.
Sure.
Target the big aspirant with both triggers.
Target the big aspirant. Okay. Yep.
Declare attacks.
Sure.
Send with both creatures
It's
that can.
6/6, right?
Yeah.
I will block here. And block here.
Okay. 2 birds down. Spellbinder down.
2 birds, 1 stone. Let me see. Maybe I want to redo this. Let's see. I'm going to actually start with... Tough.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it tough.
Yeah, that's the whole point, huh? Okay. All right. I'm going to go like this. And before damage, I am going to... divide by 0 this. Sorry for taking. I was trying to play around the 3/2. I know that's like a great card right now, but I was trying to think of the best way to play around it. But
no, it's just exactly what I did not want to see.
Yeah, divide by 0 is great here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will get the very powerful mascot exhibition, and then these birdies trade.
Pass the turn.
Okay, then end step, I will just Burning Hands that. On top. Alright, I will make a bunch of power. Bang. Alright, 2 of these. 2 of these. And 2 of these. And then I'll attack.
I'll go to 16.
Pass to you. Oh, the old 8, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 power in 1 turn. Gotta love it.
I will say that does seem all right.
Yeah.
Just okay.
Yeah. To be fair, Alrund's would have still been better, which is messed up.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do. I'd rather have 4 birds. I'd rather have 14 power less and take 2 extra turns, believe it or not. All right, so talking about the changes on the draw a bit. I like a little bit more Fading Hope action. I think that's kind of the main thing I like to change.
So, Corey, we did have a question about
Yeah.
your build of the deck.
Okay.
And what drew you to Battle of Frost and Fire over Burn Down the House?
Because Seth did it. But no, the main thing, so I have a deep reason why I like this card now. So if we flash back to when Izzet Turns was created, it had Battle of Frost and Fire over Burn Down the House, right? And the whole, and it's just because it's a more efficient card. It's a Wrath 99% of the time, just like Burn Down the House would be. Except, well, believe it or not, you get a lot to do with something that sticks around. And the 3/1/1s comes up so little that it's not really worth it. Being able to scry and that draw ability, since you have Lear, you have Alrund's Epiphany, you have the Mascot Exhibition out of the board. You have so many things to actually trigger Chapter 3. And you get to divide by 0 the Battle of Frost and Fire. Admittedly, I've still never done that. It's never really come up where that's what I want to do, so I think that's a minor thing. But the whole reason that we stopped playing Battle of Frost and Fire is Ren and Sevens were running around, and that was what was going on at that time, right? It was just everyone was playing Goldspan Dragon, so everybody played Ren to beat it. It's kind of week 1, week 2. And now that Ren is pretty bad against all these Fading Hope Lear decks, like it's actively bad, people are going away from that. So I think Battle of Frost and Fire is going to be very good again until people play a lot of these mopey Ren and 7 mid-range decks. And I just don't think those are good because they can't compete with turns. So I don't think we're even going to see those. The only thing we might see is just mono green playing more of them. And that's the one thing that makes me a little bit afraid, but once again, you leave in Fading Hopes against them,
exactly,
so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you have
but that was the reasoning why I did it. But
yeah, so often when you're playing, control against aggro, you'll keep a sketchy hand because of the power of the sweeper.
Yeah,
and the aggro decks are powerful enough these days that they can play through that sweeper. I was able to play through the first one. It was really the third one that got me.
Yeah,
because I was planning to take a second one with that Spellbinder.
Yeah,
and you had the third one. And so you can't really rely on those to completely cripple your aggressive opponents. So the fact that the Battle of Frost and Fire gives you that follow-up where you dig for your next thing, for the Epiphany or the Lear or the second sweeper, that's the card that really ends the game. And consistently finding it and having that follow-up to your early sweeper is really important, and Battle gives you that where Burn Down House doesn't.
Exactly, and it just works perfectly in the grand scheme of thing against an aggro deck, which is where you want Battle of Frost and Fire. Being able to go 5-mana Wrath, which is usually good enough in this format if you're interacting a lot. If you're not, like here on the draw, if I don't interact, my 5-mana Wrath is going to be irrelevant, for sure. I mean, unless your draw is really bad. But so I have to interact and then Wrath against these aggressive decks because they're all pretty fast and resilient. But it just goes perfectly 5-mana, fix your land drops, and then find Alrund's and be able to draw 2. And if you get to Alrund's draw, then you're looking for the Galvanic Iterations to copy your unexpected windfalls, and then it just kind of gets carried away.
And then a question for you, Ross. What do you...
7.
All right.
What's the question?
What do you think about Paladin class in this matchup? And if it's not for like this, which is one of the larger decks in the metagame, obviously, what is it in your sideboard?
I do hate that card. I hate it. Not that it's like so good against me, but it's just I forget about it every time. It's like the new Narset to me, that everything costs 1 extra on your opponent's turn. I just forget every time.
That's Paladin class because of it's an odd card to me.
Yeah.
Because it does sort of 2 different things. That static ability is obviously much better against opponents that are interacting with you, especially when you have cards that incentivize them to interact in your turn. Luminarch Aspirant, Maul of Skyclaves, Adeline, all cards you can cast on your pre-combat main that are going to give you some value when you attack. So that aspect of the card is better in those kinds of matchups, whereas the Anthem is going to be better in creature matchups, where there's not as much removal, your battlefields grow, and so you're getting real value out of it. So that, to me, makes it more of a main deck card than a sideboard card. So it's always a little weird to me when I see it in people's sideboards, because it's not a super effective card in any matchup, but it's a somewhat effective card across a broad spectrum of matchups.
Yeah, it's a weird one to me, too.
So I like the card, but I think it's very much a main deck card and not really a targeted sideboard card. So, this isn't my list, so I couldn't tell you exactly why.
Yeah.
Anyone puts them in the board, to me, that's not where the card belongs.
Do you
do.
think the 60 is tight enough in mono white right now that you wouldn't actually include them, or do you think it's like going into something like the Envy, you might play 1 or 2?
I agree that it's surprising how tight the main deck is for a monocolored aggro deck.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of options. The card pool is quite deep, even with a small standard, 5-set standard.
Yep.
I would main deck some. I think the card is good. It also kind of depends. There's sort of 2 different flavors of the mono white deck. There's the somewhat bigger one with Stonebinder's Familiar. That's what this one is more like. And then has a few more 3-drops, a little bit higher curve. And then there's mono white lists that center around Clarion Spirit.
Yeah, yep.
And have a lot more 1-drops. Those lists really like Paladin class
For sure,
obviously, as
yeah.
another cheap spell to double spell with Clarion Spirit and to take advantage of those tokens. So
Yep.
if you're a Clarion Spirit mono white list, I would be playing 3 to 4 Paladin classes. In a list like this, I kind of like a lower number, like 1, 2, 3, something in that range.
Yeah, I think I like exactly 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so awkward. Like, if your curve is that for 1 instead of like a creature, like, that's not what you want from that deck, But yeah.
I guess my current list of mono white has 1 main. So
all right, well, great minds.
You
Yeah,
can see that list again in that article I mentioned earlier. It's
awesome.
live on Star City Games right now.
Good answer.
You can read it after the show.
Yeah, but not now.
Yeah.
All right, how's your hand? Mine is very iffy. But it's a close keep because it does some really good things if we get a little bit of help. These things in particular, but it is slightly iffy.
Yeah, that's my hand too, but I think it's good enough.
Okay, let's do it.
Planes go.
Oh yeah. All right, I have a Juari Ruins go. No land go.
Planes, aspirant, get a counter.
Okay.
You're up.
All right. I will play. A lot of options here.
Is one of them no land go?
That is an option, yeah. I'd have to discard, so it's not truly that option, but
You're just setting up your leer.
yeah. All right. I'm just gonna play a land go. Want to do some interacting.
Oh, it's not really what I wanted to draw. I very much have the impression that Corey has another Jwari Disruption.
What are you talking about? This is Juari Ruins.
But I have no 1 or 2 mana play in my hand.
Yeah, just put a card in the graveyard then, get it over with.
So in order to play around it, I would have to literally do nothing this turn except make a land drop.
Nice.
And I have other things to do with my mana. I just really wanted to draw a 1 or 2 mana creature this turn.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I just I think not doing anything this turn is basically as bad as getting Jwari Disruption.
Might be worse. Yeah.
Faceless Haven Spellbinder.
All right, I have a Juari Disruption.
Counter on the Aspirin, get in for 3.
17.
You're up.
All right.
Hate it when I know exactly what's going to happen and I can't do anything about it.
Yeah. I like it personally. All right, I'm going to play a red Manosaurs. And I am just going to say go.
Fire up Haven.
Firing up said Haven, huh? Okay.
Go to combat.
Sure.
Counter on the Haven.
Sure. I'm gonna iteration and bounce them both. Scry twice. I don't want snarl. And I don't want to land. Done?
Yep.
Okay.
Would you say your hope for this match is fading, Ross?
Oh.
Depends on the next couple turns, but it hasn't gone great.
I am going to foretell, and I'm going to play an egg. Past you. May I interest you in an egg? Oh, sorry. I foretold the wrong card.
Plains, Adeline Familiar.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
All right. Draw. I'm going to Thundering Rebuke this. I'll get 2 counters, and I'll play a land, and I'll pass to you.
Haven.
Okay.
Spellbinder.
Spellbinder. A.
Binder is full of spells.
Okay.
Get a Demon Bolt for my troubles. This gets counter. Fateful Absence, the egg.
I was going to say that was going to be a sweet combo since it was going to cost 5. But no such luck. Okay.
You get a clue.
Yep.
Get in for 2 with the familiar.
I'm going to sack it just in case and maybe draw Fading Hope, and maybe I want to do that. I do not, because that card was good.
You go to 15.
Yep.
Pass turn.
Alright, I'll play this card I drew. I'll play that card, and I'll play this land I drew, and I'll pass to you. May I interest you in some Frosty Fires? Fateful Absence, though, I think if y'all are trying to beat this kind of deck, it's been insane against me every time. Even drawing a clue, like Brutal Cathar and stuff, what was that going to do to me, you know?
Get in for 4.
11.
Play 2 more creatures.
Okay.
Pass the turn. No way I could have played both creatures while getting the Aspirant and attack with Haven and get a trigger for the Aspirant this turn, but I think the trigger from the Aspirant's the least important thing.
Does this trigger this?
No, because it's mana value.
But it costs 5?
No, it's mana value, not.
But mana value was not created when this card is. It might be errated, you know? Like
mana value. It's just mana value is just renamed converted mana cost. Same thing.
Oh, but the mana value. But like if the mana value, if I pay 5 for this.
But that says what it's worded differently. It
Oh,
doesn't say mana value of the card.
Yep,
It says
you're
what.
you're totally right. I thought it was mana value as well.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'll draw, I'll scry. Definitely don't want this. I do want this. And I don't. I probably want that too, actually. Okay. Yep, we'll put these like this. And I'll play this and I'll pass to you. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Can I do this scry different?
Sure.
All right, 3 top. Wait, no. Never mind. Sorry. Back on bottom. Here's the card I put back on bottom. Make sure I got that right. Okay, yep. I can't count. Can't count. Yeah, I got an interesting trinity of things you have to play around right now. It's not the easiest trinity to get through, huh?
Activate Haven.
Okay.
Go to combat.
Yeah.
Counter on the Aspirant.
Yeah.
Declare Hex. Send with everybody.
Animate.
Sure.
I'll block Faithless Haven.
Okay, before damage, place Guardian, phase out the Haven.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be taking 4.
Puts
Go
you
to
to
7. And it comes back into play untapped, I assume, right?
Well, it's phased out. So on my next turn, it'll phase back in.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. I will draw Chapter 3. You probably guessed it.
Yeah.
Orange. I'll draw 2.
Yep.
Discard. 5. I'll discard Burning Hands. And I'll draw. I'll attack for 2.
Yeah, that's not good.
I got another one of those. Got some birdies. You're at 18?
Yep.
Tap. Now, may I interest you in some eggs? And I'll pass to you. I got a Field of Ruin available. Demon Bolt, costing 5, is going to do some egg flipping here faster than usual. It's going to do some excellent work. Do you like egg puns when the egg is killing you? I'm going to guess not.
Go to combat.
Sure.
Counter on the Usher.
Okay.
Maybe I want counter on the Guardian so it attacks through the eggs.
Be an excellent play. Yeah, the reason I was thinking about putting another card on top, I thought I had enough to all runs plus Galvanic, but I was just short. So that was the whole reason why I was waffling on that one.
Yeah, I'll put a counter on Guardian, actually.
Okay.
And just get into the Guardian.
I'll triple block.
Sounds good.
Birds down.
Second main, I'll play Spellbinder.
Elite Spellbinder, huh? It's quite good. Messes up my line of completely destroying you, but I guess I will divide by 0 that, and then you can Spellbinder those.
Okay, recast the Aspirant.
Okay, 3 counters on these.
Pass the turn.
Okay. Was going to be able to flip and go Ashmouth here, but I'll settle for still a good turn, and I'll pass to you. Yes.
7.
You're dead.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, it's definitely a tricky one from that side. Like, so, I mean, when my threats are face up, not as hard to play around the stuff, but there's still just so many things this deck can have. Where from my end, it's like, I know what I have to beat. I have to beat your early onslaught, and then you have very tricky creatures at the 3-drop slot that I have to hope that don't line up well against me. If your 3-drops line up well against me, you win the game. That's just what happens.
Yep. In this case, I think it really came down to the one turn where I had to play into the disruption. I think if I get a creature down that turn, the extra damage that represents
the Jwari, but I mean,
immense.
Yeah, you fished it out right, and then it's just...
But my hand was literally just Fateful Absence and lands.
Yep, exactly.
I kept a kind of sketchy 5-lander.
Yeah, and if you didn't, for what it's worth, if you didn't do that, I was going to Fading Hope the Luminarch, and then you have to start over with that. It wasn't going to be as good of a play as Dwarying a early Spellbinder, but
yeah,
that was my plan B there.
Then you wouldn't have been able to blow me out with it the next turn.
Yeah, but then I was going to set up the Suspend and then double Galvanic Demon Bolt. That's what I was kind of trying to do early, but I didn't have 3 red, so I couldn't do it on turn 3.
And I drew Adeline for that turn as well, but with you holding up the 3 mana, I read you for the Demon Bolt, which you ended up having, but then you also had the way to punish the way I play around Demon Bolt, which is activate my land.
Yeah.
So you had me, you kind of had me covered both ways.
And that's the thing is, like, you know, with 1 mana unsummon and weird removal spells that aren't meant for mono white, but they play still fine. Like 2 mana deal 2 against is still good. Burning Hands, I bring them in all the time.
I'll play Adeline.
In response, I will In response, I will Demon Bolt. This. Flip these.
Yep.
And then I'll Dwari Disruption, Adeline, and kill both of these.
I'll pay the 1.
Okay, good call.
You're up.
Yep. Now I don't have a play, but I can just start getting in there with at least one. Yeah, I'll just stack for 4.
I'm at 14.
Go.
Animate Haven.
Yes.
Send with both, get a token.
I'll animate Halt.
Yep.
I will block here. I will block here and here.
4 damage. I'll play Guardian of Faith and fade out these 2.
Okay. Oh, yeah, phasing. I was like, yeah, that doesn't do anything, but yeah.
So
Okay.
you lose your token,
Okay.
and I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Now they're not back, right?
Correct.
They're back at your beginning of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we draw second hall?
Yeah, second hall is my worst draw.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. I'll play this and I'll kill this and deal you 2. Shoot a 12. I'll get this, and this. And I think I can pretty safely attack. Does Maul kill me? No, because I have a flyer. Yep. Attack for 8.
I'm at 4.
Past you. Oh, I screwed up too. I could have just cast Galvanic Iteration too, just for nothing, but deal 2, deal 4.
Yeah. When?
Last turn.
No,
To
you
kill-
animated the hall.
Yeah, but that was another option
Yeah.
if I wanted to, Like I could have failed to ruin the land and
Sure.
yeah.
I'm dead.
All right. Close games though, as they usually are.
Yeah, really needed to do something relevant on my 3rd turn.
Yeah.
In the face of that disruption, but was just a little behind from that point on.
Yeah.
And then the battle off the top when I spellbinded the last card in your hand and then got swept before on tapping.
Yeah.
Those 2 moments I think were really critical.
And I don't think I was like dead. If I draw just a land, I get to Galvanic plus the 5-mana Demon Bolt as a pseudo Wrath.
Yeah.
But that's
you
not as
still have
good
other
as
things to do.
not as good as Battle. Battle, when I can empty the board and only have Faithless Haven when I'm at like 11 or higher, fine. Then it's usually fine. So, all right, that's going to do it for our first round. That one went a little long. What's the next deck you got up against me?
Now we're going to be switching it to the other monocolored aggro deck.
Okay.
A little green
Mono
coming
black aggro, huh?
Hey, I watched Jim Davis crush day 1 of the Arena Open with a mono black aggro deck.
Yeah, and it's starting to pop up a little bit, and I think there is some nice things to mono black. Like I think the Go Blank is extremely good against this deck.
Yeah.
But I bet the matchups against the other stuff is not great. But it could be like one of those decks that's hyper targeting Izzet. And Go Blank as a card is something I'm afraid of. And I just, hope that the rest of the deck is so bad that they just don't win matches and don't play against me, You
just don't have the same power level of creatures that white and green do.
Exactly. And yeah, nope, I totally agree. So, Mono Green coming up next. I believe that's Seti P's list, right? From the Arena Open, which I guess is Williams.
Yeah, it's somebody's list.
It's somebody's list.
I
Coming
can't
up
remember.
next has been declared. So, we're going to take a short 5-minute break. I'll be right back with round number 2 here on our Izzet Lear Gauntlet. Don't go anywhere. All right, everybody, welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Baumeister.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And we got Rob in the booth. Say what's up, Rob.
What's up, Rob?
Rob, will be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, and burns aimed at Ross. So if you want to burn Ross, make sure to take at Star City Games, and Rob will get his favorite one burned over to Ross. So today we are playing a Izzet Turns Gauntlet, Izzet Lear. Izzet turns, Izzet Epiphany, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of a amalgam of turns and, you know, just the Grixis Leer deck, which, you know what? That list really was just Izzet, and the cards for black were so small, like Duress and Go Blank on the board, that it almost just didn't seem worth it. But you got to play Celestis, which I think is an awesome card, and I still want to try out Celestis in here. I still think it's cool, but
I agree.
yeah.
I think if I were playing Izzet, I think I would be playing like 2 copies of the Celestis.
Yeah, or even just one, you know, just so you never draw the second. But if you ever draw the second, you just discard it.
Yeah.
This is a deck where you know, like I'm maining Burning Hands. I'm maining all these random one-ofs. Even Prismari Command can be really weak in certain matchups, but certain times. Kill a 2-drop, kill Chariot, it's insane. So yeah, I think that's one card I do kind of want to mess around with. But anyways, today we're messing around with a Gauntlet with this Izzet deck, trying it against the 3 big decks. You know, I wouldn't say this is a 4-deck standard.
I would.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I kind of would too. It's a 4-deck standard, and then there's like 3 other tier 2, honestly like tier 3. It's like there's 4 tier 1 decks, then there's like 3 or 4 tier 3 decks. You know, nothing else is really close, you know. And that's just the power of Alrund's Epiphany pushing out green-white landfall, mono-black control, Bant Festival, all these decks that we kind of saw early on get pushed out because of Alrund's, and all, I don't even know what kind of hyper-aggressive decks get pushed out by Azeka's Chariot anymore, but I'm sure there's some, you know, just even like Gruul Werewolves gets kind of beat up by mono green a little bit. I don't know if that's truly true, but either way, the power level of Epiphany and the power level of Chariot has narrowed the metagame to, well, Chariot and Epiphany decks, or really aggressive, fast Izzet decks like Izzet Dragons from Utah, or really, really aggressive white decks like the one you just played. And that's pretty much our metagame. That's what we're going to have next weekend.
Yeah, so still just trying to find the best list of these Epiphany decks. I think that we can get it to a point where it should be able to beat the other 3.
Yeah.
Izzet Dragon certainly took advantage of it at the World Championships. Mono Green has been beating it on the tour, but it's all just about adapting to what they're doing that week.
Yep.
So far, your list has looked pretty good. We're able to take down the post-cyber games against White. And now we'll see how the retooled disruption base that you have is going to serve you against Green, because those main deck Burning Hands are certainly very valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. Burning Hands, great. And then the Battle of Frost and Fires are still awesome. Now, the list that I've changed since, I've added a 3rd Leer, and that is the all-star card in this matchup. Like, I trimmed down on Alrund's, and I just become a Leer control deck against this. Also added Prismari Command, a 2nd one, because that card is actively insane against Green, for the most part. All right, so I'm guessing you want to go first?
Yeah, going first sounds good.
Okay.
I'll keep my hand.
Is it good?
It's green.
Oh, so no? I'm going to keep as well. It needs a little bit of help, like all my hands, I feel.
Yeah, I'll lead on a layer and pass the turn.
Okay. I have a Riverglide, a Pathway, and I'll pass to you.
Forest Sculptor of Winter.
All right, put that back into your hand. I'll scry. I'll keep it. Now I'm going to foretell a magic card past you.
Glad I don't have to think about the possibility of getting this Droid disruption. I just
Yep.
get to jam my troll.
Yep.
And pass the turn.
Okay. All right, I will just play a land and pass to you.
Smash you for 4.
Smashed. 16.
I will play Haven, Azeka's Chariot.
The Chariot has arrived, huh?
I'm guessing there's no Droid disruption if Corey decided to foretell turn 2, so just going to try to curve out.
Okay, you're right. There's no Droid disruption, but there is a divide by 0. Now I'm just debating what I want to get, and I think I want to get the environmental sciences. We'll get this. Yeah, we're gonna play it.
Brings you to 18.
Get an island. And
Am I getting rebuked?
maybe, perhaps. I am going to shoot. Okay, sorry. I have to get a mountain here.
Sure.
My bad. Trying to plan a couple turns ahead, and mostly I already have this blue source in my hand. So yeah, I go to 18, and I am just going to foretell this and pass to you.
I don't know what you're trying to set up, but I don't
It's
like
that. That's what I'm trying to set up. I'm foretelling it. That's the whole point.
Smash you the troll.
Okay.
To 14.
14, yeah.
Let's jam this chariot.
Okay.
Get some kitties.
Kitties.
You're up.
All right. I'll untap. I'll draw. And I will... I'll just battle. Okie dokie. That's a 4/4 as well. Do you want to crew that beforehand?
No, I'm good.
Okay, pass to you. Yes.
You're 14.
14.
Sculptor.
Nice.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
You know I have another sculptor.
Yep.
I have this ranger class to go with the chariot,
Okay.
and I'm also going to play a pack leader.
Okay.
Crew chariot, attack, make another wolf.
Okay. Yep, that's scary.
You're at 10, pass the turn.
All right.
Got enough action with my creature lands that I'm fine just extending into another sweeper.
Yep. I will
I suspect I'm going to get Epiphany twice here.
I wish. I am going to put these two at the bottom, this on top. And I'm going to play a hall, and I will... just in case you draw your one of Snakeskin Veil, I'm going to Burning Hands that, and then I'll pass to you. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Gonna land. Now I just have to figure out how I want to attack. I've got to expect another piece of disruption here.
I wouldn't
Maybe
do that.
a second divide by 0, maybe Demon Bolt. I guess you could have iteration Demon Bolt. Is that what we're trying to set up? Definitely want to present lethal and force Corey to do something, but ideally I also want to leave back this troll activation. It's just such a powerful attacker in the face of bird tokens
True.
because of the trample. It's also something I can copy with Chariot. So, what I think I'm going to do is activate Haven.
Okie dokie.
Declare tax.
Sure.
Attack for 10.
Okay. I will. Iteration Demon Bolt. And yeah, we'll kill that. And I suppose the Sculptor. And I'll take 4, down to 6.
I'll pass the turn.
I'll draw the card I knew about. Chapter 3. All runs. Trigger this. Draw 2. I will discard. Don't really need Spikefield Hazard. Nope. Then I'll play this. Untap. Draw. Play this. And pass to you. Defense. Defense.
Okay, and step, I'll make a troll token.
Okay.
Go to my turn.
Yep.
Play Sculptor.
Okay.
Activate Ranger class.
Okay.
Crew Chariot.
In response, I'll destroy target artifact and deal 2 to the wolf.
It's a pretty good draw.
Thank you, thank you. I left it on top for my battle. I had some foresight that you were not going to indeed.
Hey, get in, put a counter.
Okay. Actually, sorry. I screwed up. My bad. It's the same kind of thing, but I'm going to flashback the iteration and Prismari, and copy it, destroy the artifact twice, and deal this twice, or 2 damage twice.
So you're gonna leave me with a wolf.
I'm gonna leave you with the wolf. That's gonna be a 3/3 attacking. Yep. Sorry, totally forgot I had iteration.
Okay. Get in for 3.
I will jump.
Pass the turn.
Not even 100% sure that's better, but the 4/4 trample is a huge problem. I only have a land, and I will pass to you.
Okay, so that land is enough for Corey to use Field of Ruin and then still activate Hall before blocks.
Or Hall and then activate field. Doesn't
Yeah,
really
sure,
matter,
yeah, any order. So you do have the ability to handle 3 of my attackers.
Yep. And the nice thing with Ranger class and putting a counter on it, it's like now you get to spread it and make 2 3/3s or whatever. But usually it's like you had an army of 2/2s. Whatever you put a counter on, that gets to eat, which is nice. But
Yeah, I'll send with the squad, put a counter on the smaller wolf.
okay. I'll animate.
Yep.
Block here and block here.
Take 2.
Yep, down to 4.
One card in hand.
Yep. It's been a good game.
Yep. I think I'm just gonna jam Primal Adversary.
Okay.
Trigger.
Yep.
I will pay once, animate a basic land.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play a Kazandu Valley,
Okay.
which is a very awkward land to have drawn.
Yeah. Okay, I'll blow that up then. And I need some help. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm banking. I'm pretty sure Corey doesn't have a sweeper. I think he would have played one last turn if he had it.
Yep. You're correct. And I only have one more in the deck. Want to cut?
I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, I can't live through the attack with the Hall, so that nonsense is over. So I'm gonna have to use my card, which is not great, to just dig. Does that help me at all? It stays a land no matter what, right? Like even if it dies? Yeah. Okay. I won't need Field of Ruin. So we get to dig. All right, we got 4 looks at the other battle. I think that's the only thing that saves me here. Otherwise, I'm in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I think that'll do it. I guess I'll take these two. Unexpected Windfall.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. GG. Well played. Yeah, if you only played one creature there, I had double Rebuke, but the Ranger class was too much. So, a GG. Yeah, that was a close game.
Yeah,
That was a close game.
always a tricky one from the aggro side because if I measure my threats too much, you can go over the top quickly with Epiphanies. If I go too fast, you can burn me with sweepers. So
Yeah, and my big dilemma there on that one Prismari command turn was either just Prismari command and take a good chunk of damage and then Memory Deluge. I've had that for a long time. Or deal with the troll and hope to deluge later. Then you kept taxing my mana by attacking. So I was never able to get it. And what I needed the whole time, Leer to close it out, Leer at any point, game over. I have so much 1-mana bounce and stuff, like bounce your land, rebuke that. I was just going to go nuts, but didn't find it. And this is where I would normally side up to 3 and 3 Battle of Frost and Fire and just have the 3 unsummon. I think they're the best things. But we at least get 3 Battle of Frost and Fires and 2 Leers coming up in the sideboard. So we're going to take a short break. I'll be right back with sideboarding here on Versus Live. All right, everybody, welcome back to sideboarding here on Versus Live between Izzet, Epiphany, and Mono Green Aggro. From my end, Burning Hands, best card against Mono Green, arguably with Leer and Battle of Frost and Fire, but the most important thing for my early game, bringing in 1 Smoldering Egg. Normally, my whole plan is to bring in a 3rd Leer here, so that's why we really trim on all the all runs, but, I made those changes last night, but still having 1 egg, completely fine, and then the 3rd Battle of Frost and Fire coming in as well. I don't like Cinderclasm that much, even though some draws it can be pretty nice.
Yeah, it's too inconsistent.
It's too inconsistent. I totally agree. It's just a mono white card. That's why there's only 1 of them. Taking out Memory Deluge, just not fast enough. And honestly, it's a card that I'm starting to distance myself from altogether because Unexpected Windfall is just so amazing. Unexpected Windfall there, if I would have had that at the end, Allrund was one on the top card, so I would have had a chance to be in it. Since it was Memory Deluge, it was too slow, and I just lost on the spot. So, a live look-in of why Memory Deluge is not good against the aggro decks anymore, but very good against the Mirror, which is what you want. So then we're just taking out some Splinter Twin combos. I turn into a Leer deck. That's what I want to see more than Allrun's Epiphany, and with that, trimming on Galvanic 2, still leaving 2 and 1. 2 and 2, because Galvanic Iteration on its own is pretty nice, just like Divide by Zero on turn 3, double Burning Hands on turn 4, completely reasonable, and then Allrun's still hard for that card to actually be bad at any time, but you don't want to draw too many, because our deck does get a little clunky post-board.
And on my side, just really want to get Blizzard Brawl, Red and 7 out of my deck. They're not very good in the matchup. Snakeskin Veil and Froghemoth, they're both quite good in the matchup, and then I'm bringing in 2 Outland Liberators because it's just the next best card.
Yeah.
Obviously, not a particularly effective card, but it's at least just another 2-drop. Make my draws more consistent. And you often are just going to pass the turn back, and it'll be a 2-mana 3/3.
Yep.
Which is solid. I'll take a Watch Wolf in this matchup.
Yeah, and honestly, I just don't even understand that card that much. I haven't been playing a lot of mono green, but I played a lot to start. And, I had it in there because I saw it in every other list. And, even against Chariot decks, I don't want it. Mono white is, actively the only thing I want it because they have, portable holes and maul and stuff. It seems like I want it there, but even then, it's not insane. But, yeah.
Unfortunately, when you are playing monocolored aggro decks, your sideboard is usually quite poor.
Yeah. No, that's really true. That is really true. All right, Rob, you got a question for us at all while we shuffle up?
Not really any questions. Just some more talk about bans and whatnot. You all have talked about that more than often.
Yeah. Wait, people want something banned? Yeah. Hey, I'm with you. Primal Adversary has got to go. That card, it was far too oppressive to me that game.
I think it's iTwitch, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah, the the 2021 Whisper Squad?
Yeah, it's the new Whisper Squad, and it's a strong pedigree.
All right, I'm going to be going first. Well, let's hope I can repeat what I did against Mono White and win the post-board games, because that pre-board game, they were all pretty close, but I definitely got beat, and beat badly. I think I can keep this.
I will keep my hand as well.
I am just going to play this Spike Field Hazard tapped. Spike Field's not very good in this matchup.
I'm going to play Kazandu Valley.
Okay. I have a Snarl, and I'll pass to you.
Lair of the Hydra, Sculptor of Winter.
Sculptor of Zawinta.
Classic
okay.
no snowland sculptor.
Yeah, that is pretty classic. Pretty likelihood chance that you have a way to do it next turn, but yeah, that just resolves.
Okay, pass the turn.
Okay.
Bob the Destroyer in chat says iTwitch died for Whisper Squad sins.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, before you can untap and have Snakeskin Veils, I'm going to deal 2 and get a treasure. Sure. Pass to you.
I will cast a 4/3 with Trample.
Ooh, okay.
Pass the turn.
I will cast the Burning Hands. I'll pass to you.
Old Growth Troll.
The troll, eh? That old troll. I'm gonna divide by 0 that. And I'm going to get Environmental Sciences. Very important to do that before you can Snakeskin Veil me.
Yep. Pass the turn.
Okay. That's a pretty good one. Chwari Ruins, that I was hoping to get your Chariot with last turn, but you're a jerk.
Deftly played around that one.
You didn't have it. Go. Ready for Galvanic double iteration? All right, I'll respond with...
Had it the entire time.
I'll respond, and I'm going to discard the card I just got. I'm going to draw 2. And, yep, that resolves, unfortunately.
Get some caps and pass the turn.
Okay. No. Alright, well, I guess I probably don't want this Dry Runs either. I'm going to then foretell. And I will pass to you.
I will play Old Growth Troll.
Okie dokie.
I would like to crew my Chariot with the Troll.
That is okay.
Declare attack.
Hold. I'll Fading Hope the Chariot.
I'll Snakeskin Veil.
I'll Demon Bolt it. I love doing it in that order because, you know, you have to re-tap out for it. That's already annoying to do, you know, so.
Get in for 4.
Okay.
Puts you to 16.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
Okay. I'll draw a card. And I will Battle of Frost and Fire. I wish that was a Leer, but it's not, and I'll pass to you.
Okay. End step, I'll make the token.
Okay.
Ross, Todd wants to know just how bad that Demon Bolt felt there.
Didn't feel good, but I kind
feel
of
good.
suspected what,
Yeah.
that it was coming.
And I'm at 16, you're at 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But I'm pretty much out of gas here.
Yeah, I'll play land on natural growth and smash you for 8.
I'll divide by 0 that. I'll get Mascot Exhibition.
Gonna take 4.
Yep, 12.
You're up.
Draw. Scry 3. Bottom this. Probably want both of these. So natural growth is really strong, but with having some chump blockers here, that should be fine. And then the rest of these cards are pretty good. Yeah, we'll put 2 on top, and it's mascot time. Pass to you. Was that deck play one of those? Gross?
Yep.
It is. I think that card is actually really undervalued. People do not like it, and it's a ridiculous effect.
Yeah, I'll play it and smash for 8.
Okay, you don't really have flyers, so I just... Oh, it's tramples, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Shoot. Yeah, I guess that was not my best play. Alright. I'll block.
Take 1.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, that was not my best play, y'all.
Pass the turn.
Okay, but... Trigger this. All runs. Draw 2. Discard this. Get some birdies. And I will draw. It's a pretty good draw. I'll attack for 2.
18.
Pass to you.
Primal Adversary.
So how does this work? You may pay number of times.
It's pretty good here.
What if it dies on the stack?
The ability is still going to resolve.
Oh, that's kind of what I thought. Yeah, that is pretty good here. I'm in a lot of trouble. At least they don't trample, but so you can do this for 2. You can
And
make
attack
2
with one of them.
3/3s and attack with one of them. Okay. Yeah, that resolves.
Yeah, I will pay twice.
Yep.
Animate those. Go to combat.
They don't have a color to them? They're just lands?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's also really bad.
6, yeah?
Yeah?
You're 5.
Okay.
You're up.
I'm dead. Okay. Oh, that was a draw.
Wonder if I was supposed to animate the Kazandu Valley, even though you have Field of Ruin. Just to make sure if you had a sweeper, I would... Oh, no, I still... No snow.
I am going to iterate, and rebuke. Oh, wait, that is 5, huh?
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay. I am going to iterate and rebuke. And I'll pass to you.
Go to beginning of combat. Trigger unnatural growth.
I will cast Burning Hands. Nice play. Guess
So
I
now,
can still field, but you know, still
yeah, you can
nice
still
play.
field. So I don't think there's any point in doing anything with that. But I did draw a good one.
The old troll, eh? That is a good
Old
one.
growth troll. Make sure I leave a forest up in case you draw a removal spell.
Okay,
I'll
done.
pass the turn.
Ooh. I need a leer. I need a leer badly. I'll pass to you.
Animate a haven.
Okay.
Go to combat, trigger the growth.
Still with inside main phase 1. I'm going to flashback Galvanic Iteration.
Sure.
I'll divide by 0 these two.
Yeah.
Can I discard to draw a card?
Not if you don't have a.
You have to actually discard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I was trying to loot, but yeah, I guess I can't do that.
And you've already learned. You've gotten both your lessons, right?
Yeah. Yep. Unfortunately.
Attack for 4.
I'm going to block instead of fielding for the chance you didn't have a green source in hand.
I did not, but I have a play.
Okay.
Play pack leader and pass the turn.
Okay. Ugh. Pass to you. I need a leer. I need a leer. It's all I need for this game to just be over. But I'm probably going to need it next turn, depending on what you do this turn. If I top deck egg, that's the justice, right? That should have been the leer. Yeah, and some people play the draw 2 card in their sideboard for another lesson. I don't have it, but dang, it would have been a lot better this time. I would have been able to get the lesson, then discard a draw card if anything, you know, but...
Attack for 3.
And I'm at 5. Alright, I'll block.
Sure.
Okay.
Troll.
Sure.
Pass the turn.
Wah, wah, wah. Where's my leer? There it is. Yeah, just look through over like half the deck and leer at any point and just look at the plethora of options. You know, it's over. It's over then. I mean, that first turn is the main one. It's like, how much can I do with the mana I'm given? And, you know, it would have probably been enough. You need at least one Fading Hope, the 1 mana disruption, and then divide, do some burnings. But
Not to mention the 1 mana disruption, but also protection if I have a fight spell.
Yep, exactly. Yep, all right, GG's. GG's.
GG.
Okay, do you want to... We got 8 minutes left. Do you want to do a pity game for this, or do you want to just move on? Let's do one pity game.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. These are usually pretty fast.
We'll play a fast and loose.
A fast and loose one.
Chat's favorite.
Yeah. These have been just great games so far. And like, as much as people will say bad things about Standard, Alrund's Epiphany being too good, which, you know, these are things that are true. This card is insane. We're going to have to deal with it till Crimson Vow. I believe they even said that in an article. I can't remember. I never read it. But I think that was along the lines of what was said.
Yeah.
That they're just not going to touch it till after that, see what a new set brings, which I do agree on. I think it's a 7-mana sorcery, and I think there are ways to beat it. And all right, I at least think that, you know, like, it could be wrong. I really could be wrong. And only time will tell. But the gameplay is awesome. And that's the one thing about Standard that I'm loving is like these minor metagame shifts are still cool, and the gameplay is just really fun and really good. And at least this combo kills you. Right? Like, it kills you. Remember when Teferi Nexus was around? You were dying in like 100 turns. That stuff sucked. You know? Like, at least here, when you get Galvanic, all runs, you're dead. Okay, the game's over. So
you can just pack it in.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse. Or back in my day, you know, we had a 5-mana card named, Dranu Lich or whatever, that you just, like, had flashback with all your cards. I guess it is technically just Lear. Wow. Is Lear just Dranu? Dralnu, whatever, yeah. But that took forever because that deck didn't play any win cons.
I think you had to tap the Dralnu, so you only got one spell a turn.
Yeah. Lear is just Dralnu in a hat.
Yeah. That was the Mystical Teachings, kids, if you don't remember.
Okay.
That deck did not kill you quickly.
No.
You were casting Mystical Teachings for Mystical Teachings so that you could have more Mystical Teachings.
What a time to be alive. Okay, I'll keep. Oh, God.
Ugh.
This hand can be really good, depending on what you do. This is probably my best hand of the day, to be honest. Everyone's been kind of sketchy before this, but...
I have 14 2-drops, 53 cards.
Carry the 3 divided by pi. Half divide by 0.
I think I'm like 40%-ish to hit.
Okay.
Don't think that's good enough, Mo Mulligan.
Yeah, 40%, as in the math, it's like 20% for you with your unluckiness. Ooh.
I was not going to have a 2-drop.
Yes.
And I was going to be flooded.
that was going to be a mammoth. You can turn that card around. Imagine if you flipped it to the other side, I'd just stay that way. There'd be people in the bathroom flipping their cards back like you didn't see anything.
That would be a nightmare.
Yeah, no kidding. Honestly, I haven't really played a tournament. Like, this invitation will be the first one where we're just dealing with flip cards and no companions. Well, technically, companions in Modern, you know, but it's going to be interesting to see how many people forget to present their companion or, like, I don't know, I guess they probably just don't care about flip cards being flipped, you know, but it still looks weird.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as your sleeves are opaque, and basically all of them are. This is a perfectly fine 6.
Like this one. Here we go.
I'll start on a Kazandi Valley.
Okay. Should have just left that one flipped, man. All right. May I present you an egg in these trying times? Pass to you. Supposed to be a Lear, and it's better as an egg this time, so not bad.
Sculptor and pass.
Okay. I'll draw a card. I am going to Fading Hope this, get a counter. Scry. It's a good card, but I can't risk it, and I'll pass to you.
Troll.
Yep. I'll Burning Hands it.
Didn't get Disruption. I thought I might, but with an egg in play, I just can't really measure my threats that much. I've just got to play out and hope it goes well.
Yep, I kind of agree. Okay, I'll play a land and I'll pass to you.
I guess this time I do get to play around it just by chance. I'll play Chariot.
Your Chariot awaits. Yep.
Get some cats and pass the turn.
Okay. End step, I'm going to attempt to Demon Bolt a cat. I will draw. Play this mountain.
3 in hand?
2.
2. That's better.
And I will pass to you.
Play Ranger Glass.
Pretty awkward, but I think I have to do this that way. In response, I'm going to play this. I'd prefer to not discard if you don't mind, but I'll discard this.
Sure.
Okay.
It's a pretty good one to transform the egg with.
Yeah, but I really wanted to cast that. So let's get some good ones. Who? Okay, that resolves.
Good a wolf.
Yep.
Level the Ranger class.
Okay.
Crew Chariot.
Sure.
Declare attacks.
Sure.
I will attack, put a counter on Chariot, copy the wolf token.
Yep, those things happen.
Would you like to take 5?
I would. I'd love it, actually.
Brings you to 15.
Yep.
Then I will play Sculptor.
Okay.
Do I want to play Sculptor here? Are you just battling me?
I'd lose my dragon.
Yeah, you might have to.
Yeah.
Depending on your other cards. That's the awkward part here is I beat Dragon by playing things out and being aggressive, but then I run into the battle, but I think I actually have enough back to beat a battle, so I'm going to play the Sculptor.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I do not have battle yet, but I do have Alrund's Epiphany. And I will kill Sculptor, and I'll get some birdies, and I get to attack for 4.
I'm at 16.
And I'll untap. Once again, Snarl, really awkward there, just having to get rid of a treasure, but what can you do?
Land second Epiphany game.
Would that just be game?
Exactly lethal. You
Wow.
send the 2 upstairs, put me to 14, attack me to 8, and have 8 power.
Yeah, I don't have that, but not bad magic cards drawn from me.
So no more snarls.
Yeah. I will foretell. And do I think I can be aggro? Most of the time I just have to always just wait for Lear, and no exception here, so I'll pass to you. Shaping up to be a good game as well.
Indeed. I'm going to make the troll token.
Okay. You know it's tapped, right?
Oh, yeah. No, that's still fine.
Okay.
Because I also have another troll.
You're such a troll.
Which I guess I should have done first, but...
I'm going to... Pretty tough, pretty tough, pretty tough. All just depends what that card in your hand is. It wasn't Snakeskin Veil last turn, which is pretty apparent. So,
You know I draw a card every turn, right?
yeah, you do, you do. All right, I'm going to divide by 0 with it on the stack and deal 2 to the cat.
Yeah, I'll crew chariot in response.
Okay, I'll get this.
And
And beginning combat. I will Demon Bolt the chariot. And the trigger also at chariot.
target. Yeah. I don't think you want to send it anywhere else.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I want to
those-
land.
Those are pretty good cards.
Yeah, not bad.
Pass the turn.
Okay. I got it. I'll go like this, and I'll kill the wolf. And I'm at 15.
Yeah.
All right, they're coming in.
I'm at 10.
Past you.
Just the 2-1 flies, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I got kind of punished by playing that Demon Bolt early because I didn't have something better to discard to the Unexpected Windfall, but still worked out okay.
Yeah, Todd was saying like that spot before was like there was like a perfect time to get aggressive because you're pretty high life total, and the two spells you have in hand and the suspend deal the 4 damage is necessary to deal 16 exactly in 2 attacks.
Yeah, I was playing around Snakeskin Veil, because if you had Snakeskin Veil for the Chariot, I probably am just pretty priced into blocking, but yeah, there was a reason to get a little aggressive there. But mostly I just figure the dynamic of this matchup just hinges on Lear so much. But when I only have 2 of them, I can't rely on it as, well, reliably. But when I have 3, it's just, I never want to attack until I play a Lear. I never want to attack until you're dead, you know? But, yeah, because most of the time I don't even bring in Ashmouth, even though it was, well, insane, this game.
Yeah, I just can't beat the dragon.
Yeah.
I was trying to think what series of draws could get me there, but there was nothing.
This is actually an insane draw. Take 4.
And any spell kills me.
Yeah. All right. Well, you still got this match, though. So we are going to be playing for Zay Marbles up against Izzet Dragons. And honestly, this matchup is really, really close. And I think there's a possibility it's just not favored for me at all, because Lear is not a good card in this matchup. So I have to rely on the combo. And this is kind of where I trimmed cards in the matchups, because I really expected a lot of green and white for the Arena Open. And I did play against Izzet Dragons twice. I went 1-1. That was one of my losses. And then I beat Kavartek to get to the money rounds of the last one. But the match was incredibly close. And it's extremely tough to play from both sides. So, yeah, should be a really close one. We are going to take a short 5-minute break. And we'll be right back with our final round here on Versus Live. Don't go anywhere.
Hello and welcome back to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got a Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. We are 1-1 in our matchup against Corey's latest list of Izzet Epiphany. Mm-hmm. And now for the toughest test, I think, Izzet Dragons.
Yeah.
You know, just being a little bit more aggressive, having those threats, and having a good amount of main deck counter magic, and that, you know, even more on the sideboard is just a great recipe against the control deck. Always has been, always will be. And so this is your big test. The changes in your removal speed are, I think, largely for this matchup, right? Demon Bolt and Thundering Rebuke. Just make sure you can kill eggs and kill Goldspan Dragons.
Yeah,
so,
I just want to be able to kill anything with my removal spell. That's what I'm always trying to get closest to. And 4 is that magic number in Standard that really deals with everything but Ren and 7 tokens. And that's where Fading Hope comes in. So, you're totally right.
So we'll see, you know, if the changes come to pass. Why don't we just get into it?
Let's just get into it. One thing I want to say before we get going, I mean, we're even on game so far. I think the one takeaway, no matter what happens in this last match, is it's a beatable deck to me. You know, like these, I don't think that it is the dominant force, and I think you still could be right. Maybe we haven't found the list yet, but green and white are both decks that are trying to target Izzet, and sometimes it looks like they definitely can. And sometimes they can't, you know, that's play draw dependent a lot. I think if we're both on the play with our Stone Cold Nut draws, this deck probably is favored because I have removal that lines up really well against your stuff. Yeah. But if I stumble at any point, you know, the aggro decks can take advantage, and it's going to be the same here. So, yeah.
Yeah, similar here.
It's
just a little bit, I kind of have to have the goods.
Yeah.
The aggro decks always have the goods when you stumble.
That's true. So I'll be playing first. And, yeah, I'll keep. This is fine.
I will keep as well.
I will go with a Island Pass.
I will play a Shatter Skull the Hammer Pass. Tapped.
Oh, You don't want to take some damage for funsies?
No.
Okay. That was not my bestest of draws. I'll play Mountain and I'll pass.
I will play Island and Smoldering Egg.
Jawari Ruin. I will disrupt that.
You're up.
Alright. I will untap. I will play Expressive Iteration. Haven't seen that card a lot today. Put this into my hand, and I will put this into exile and this here, and I'll pass. I do only play 3, though, and that might just be a mistake. That card is just really insane. It might just be wrong.
Got another Shatter Skull tapped and another egg.
Another egg?
You're up.
Excellent, excellent. I have a mountain and you have counter spells that I just don't want to get this countered, test a talent or anything. I'm just gonna do this now.
Sure.
I think I want these two. Yep. I'll get these two and I'll pass to you.
Draw.
Okay.
Play Iteration, 2 counters on the egg.
Okay. Okay.
Very obvious how to split all of these.
Yeah. You need a land by any chance?
I'll play a Spikefield Cave and pass the turn.
Okay. I'll untap. I'll draw. Options, options, options.
Ross, question in chat. How do you prefer your eggs?
Over medium.
I'm going to take 3 and just get that egg out of there.
The yolk should jog
you.
and not run.
Yeah, I like over medium too. Me too. All right, I took 3. That's my first damage, right? Yeah,
You're at
17. And you're at 20?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll play another Iteration.
Okay, not Goldspan. Mwah. I have a feeling Ross is Landlight.
I will play Riverglide Pathway.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay. I will. Whoops. If only that could have been avoidable in some way.
Nothing
right.
you could have done.
Yeah. All right. I will draw. I will scry 2 or scry 3. Excuse me. Definitely like these magical cards. I don't like this one though. This is slightly awkward. Slightly awkward. I think I just have to... I'm trying to set up for the Battle of Frost and Fire turn, but it's looking like I just kind of have to ignore that. And I will just put these 2 on top. This on bottom. And I will play this tapped. And... foretell a magic card, and I'll pass to you.
Play a Snarl, show you a mountain.
Okay. You've been land heavy the whole time, you liar.
And I would also like to foretell a card.
Wow, you would. Get your foretell zone out of my foretell zone, okay? Wow. That was rude. That was so rude.
You're up.
Okay. I will draw chapter 3. And yeah, I don't really have too much to do here, unfortunately. So I'll just pass the turn.
End step, I'll play Memory Deluge.
In response. I will Galvanic Iteration plus Unexpected Windfall. Discarding Fading Hope.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4 treasures. I just like to get that in as basically as soon as possible. And then, yeah, you're good.
Top two were very obviously the best two cards.
Okay.
Was not close.
Okay.
Goldspan and Dragon.
The dragon, eh? It resolves.
Declare attacks.
Beginning of combat. I will demon bolt it.
And we'll get a treasure.
Yep.
Yeah, on the gate. Guess, yeah.
Okay.
Attack for 4, get a treasure.
You got it.
You go to 13.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
I will. Play a land and cast a Thundering Rebuke.
Get a treasure.
Yep.
Sure.
And then I will attempt to cast a Leer. They were supposed to show up in my mono green matchup, and now they're showing up in the Izzet matchup where they're worse. But it's still a good card. Still a threat you want to answer.
What do you have over there? Yeah, I'm gonna divide by 0 that while it's on the stack.
Division.
Learn, I'll get Exhibition.
Okay, pass to you.
You got how many cards?
I have 6.
So, now we get into the tricky part.
Yeah, this whole matchup's tough. It's so tough. There's no way we're not going to leave this match at the end thinking like, you know what? We both played perfectly. There's nothing we could have done. There's so many turns that you have so many options that it's just... These matchups really, I feel nobody leaves happy because there's always something the other person could have done.
Don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky.
Epiphany.
Yep.
You had some birds.
You got birds. They're exile, but it's not like it really
Yeah.
matters. But
Then I will play an egg.
okay.
Go to my next turn.
Yep.
I have an awkward way of doing that, but there's a
Yeah.
method to my madness.
I believe it.
Play an iteration. 2 counters on the egg.
Sure.
Exile a mountain. Put the discard in my hand.
Okay.
Play the mountain.
Okay.
Attack you for 2.
I'll be at 11.
You will. And I will pass the turn.
Okay. Untap. Draw. So you are ahead on board, so I do have to kind of blink first, where normally with like memory deluge and stuff, I'm pretty happy to just kind of pass and try to interact with you later, but as it stands, I probably have to do something here. So let's play this land. And let's try for a leer.
Saw that one coming.
You really did see that coming.
3 counters on the egg.
Okay. Just countered, and I will pass to you.
It was not a good draw.
Fair enough.
You still have a pile of cards in your hand.
Yeah, I got 5.
Got an island.
Okay.
What am I on right now? 3, 6, 10 lands and a treasure.
1 billion.
Okay, I'll flashback deluge. Try to transform.
I'll respond. I'll scry. Don't think I need that. Bottom up.
Interesting set of cards.
You got a lot of action.
It's definitely 2 of these 3. You got 4 cards.
4 cards.
And I've got to take this one.
Okay.
I think at this point, that's the better of the other 2.
Okie dokie.
Attack you with some birds.
I'm at 9.
And pass the turn.
Okay. Didn't want to replay the egg, so that's got to be a signal to me that he wants to interact with something this turn. Which makes sense. Let's go with another. Let's go with a leer.
Resolves.
All right, so my stuff is unlocked. So I'm gonna play this land. And I'll pass to you.
On your end step, Memory Deluge.
I'm going to respond. I'm going to start by casting Galvanic Iteration.
Sure.
And you can pay 2 when it's in the graveyard because of Leer. And then I will Windfall, discarding this. Get 4 treasures.
Yep.
And draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah. That resolves. Haymakers are being thrown.
Yep. Take those 2.
Okay.
Go to my turn.
Yep.
Riverglide Pathway.
Okay.
Thundering Rebuke the Leer.
Let's Fading Hope the Leer.
Yep. Goldspan Dragon.
That resolves.
Declare attacks.
Beginning of combat. I'll Fading Hope it.
Get the treasure.
Yep.
Back to my hand.
Okay.
Attack for 2.
I'm at 7.
Pass the turn.
Tap. Draw. Alright. I'm going to start with Expressive Iteration. I can't
Sure.
talk. Let's go with stuff. Okay, let's put this into my hand. This into exile, this on the bottom.
Gonna kill one of my precious birds.
Maybe. 5. And I'll go for a Leer.
Resolves.
Okay. And I'll pass to you.
Not even cast it.
Nope.
And he wanted an untapped land. Could have just played that as a land.
Whoa! Quit dissecting my plays, dude.
So clearly has 6 mana of stuff he potentially wants to use. That's not good for me. I've got a Deluge on your end step.
A deluge. Okay.
take the 2 that matter.
Okay. Good call. Good call. Mattering matters.
Yep. Three, 6, 11, 12.
Looks like this will be our only game of Versus Live for match 3. Rob, I think we should have went on from that last match, dude. I don't know. That was a poor choice on your part, bud.
Three, 6, 11, 12. Okay.
12 mana. Yeah, this mirror match is always tough. That's for sure. That is faux show.
I will attack for 2.
Okay, 5.
I will play an egg.
Excellent idea. That resolves.
Also, Todd had asked earlier, since Ross had beaten you with mono green instead of your Izzet deck, does that mean you should just play mono green? And now Todd has said in chat that he hates this. He's just playing mono green.
That's fair. That's fair.
Play Epiphany, transform the egg.
Trigger on the stack. Divide by 0. You see my 6 mana now. Or at least 3 of it.
You have how many back?
How many what?
Cards.
4.
That is fine.
I'm going to discard and draw.
Yep.
So I'm going to learn.
Transform good.
Still with the trigger. Oh, Fading Hope. Tough game, huh?
Yeah.
All right,
That's
I'll
fine.
scry. I'll keep those.
I'm gonna discard a couple.
Okay.
I'm gonna discard 2 eggs.
What an excellent discard. All right. I'm going 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, I hadn't played a land yet. I'm only gonna have to discard 1 card.
Okay.
So I'm playing a Dwyer Runes.
You got it. All runs?
That's fine.
Okay. I will get some birdies. I'll attack for 3.
17.
And I'm going to Memory Deluge.
Two up.
2 up. Yep.
Okay, that I will divide by 0.
Does this actually go back to my hand?
No. So remember how flashback works with a remand? Or like remember Uro with remand?
Yeah. Okay. Yep. You got it. So
I guess that's actually Uro's different because it's an actual card.
yeah, I'll trust you. I let Arena tell me. So
Yeah, and I am going to discard and draw. Yeah, discard Nick.
Okay. Still at end step. I kind of want to maximize my chances to get a galvanic iteration. So I'm thinking about fading hoping a bird here. It's kind of silly, but especially because it's my last fading hope, that seems bad. Yep. Okay, untap, extra turn. Draw. Iteration.
Yep.
I'll put this one here. I'm going to put this one into my hand and this one on bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All runs.
Yep.
Birdies. Iteration. Want this to be my land that I'm going to play. I'll put this one into my hand. This one here. I'll fading hope a bird. Scry. Top. 5.
12.
Untap. Draw. 2, 3, 4. Windfall. Discarding this. Draw 2. Get 2 treasures.
Do you just have another Epiphany?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's lethal.
Okay. Well, I was doing the correct plays first. Yeah. Yeah. That was a game of Magic the Gathering, huh? And I mean, we saw Lear there be good, but Lear gets worse in the post-board games because you usually have more disdainful strokes, more Sog comings, and I bring in counter spells, so there's tension. But I still can't take them all out anyways because, well, I need playables in the matchup. So yeah, we're getting close, but we can at least sideboard and do one more, even if we end on a tie. So,
yeah.
All right, that was a insane game 1. Rob made us play that pity game in round 2. So, you know, if we don't get to finish this match, you know who to blame.
Good news. You all are at 0-0. Nobody's won a game yet, so it's fine.
All right, sweet. Okay,
So
perfect.
Ross, you have a chance to get the marbles.
Awesome.
We're gonna take a quick break, y'all. We're gonna bring sideboarding here for our final round here in this Izzet Epiphany Gauntlet. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
And welcome back to a Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Izzet Dragons and Izzet Epiphany. On my side, getting all my bad removal out, Dragon's Fire, Prismari Command, Fading Hope, not very good in the matchup. Getting a lot more counter magic between Malevolent Hermit and Test of Talents. I'm also bringing in the Heated Debate as another removal spell for Egg and Lear. So I'm going to have 3 removal spells in. Seems like a reasonable number. And I've got to trim 1 extra card. I ended up landing on an Iteration, which seems like a weird card to cut, but I think it's the worst card left in my deck. I think I just don't want to tap out on my turn that often.
Yeah.
Now that everybody's got counter spells, and especially Malevolent Hermit. So I'm just going to trim 1 Iteration. I've got plenty of card draw. There's 4 Deluges in this list. So
Yeah.
I don't think I need that much card draw, so I think it's just the most cuttable card.
And I'm also in the rough spot. Like, all these make sense to cut, but I have 1 extra cut where it's like Thundering Rebuke or not. It's either Thundering Rebuke, Lear, or the one I'm choosing, a Jwari Disruption on the draw. If I'm on the play, I don't want to cut a land, but on the draw, I think I'm fine with it. For, same kind of stuff. I like going to Egg, so I have some way to actually pressure you. 2 Lears, they're not great. They get a lot worse, but I mean, you see the upside of Lear, right? It just completely took over the game there.
Yep.
Lear and Divide by 0 are just absolutely incredible together, and it's the reason to play the deck, So I would normally have a 3rd in the board, and I would not bring it in, and I'm still contemplating if I should only have 1, but I gotta be able to kill you because your threats are better. The main thing I didn't touch that you saw me touch every other match was Galvanic Iteration all runs. That's plan A for me. Everything else is plan B. I am trying to combo turns you and hope that you don't have enough hermits or you don't have enough negates and try to do that as fast as possible, and everything else is plan B. So if I can get an egg out before I start trying to do that, so that kind of distracts you. And I mean, distracts you rightfully so, because that'll kill you too, but
Yeah.
that's my plan in post-board. So, all right, let's battle.
I am on the play,
Okay, good luck to you.
and I will keep my hand.
Yeah, me too. It's nothing special, but
Lead on a Shatter Skull.
okay. I'll lead on a Spikefield Hazard tapped. Actually, do I want to do that? Hang on. I'm going to actually play this. I don't think I'm going to have a use for this, but maybe I will.
Right. Well, I would play Hermit.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I guess I totally just forgot about Hermit, but yeah. Sorry, I did it before you said anything, at least. All right, we'll do this. I got an egg. Pass to you. I was like, of course there's reasons for it now.
Another pathway in Hermit.
Okay. I have an island and another egg. Pass to you. I have an egg game plan.
Mountain and yeah, I'm just gonna do this now.
Okay.
Deluge.
I know some draws I want. It's one of like a few cards.
Take those two
Okay.
and pass the turn.
Ooh. I will just play a land and I'll pass to you.
Mountain, gold span, dragon.
Resolves.
Attack, get a treasure,
Yep.
and you take 4. You're at 16.
I'll take it.
Pass the turn.
Okay. That didn't work out great. Have a land and I'll pass to you.
Island, gold span, dragon.
Oh. Yep.
Attack for 8. Get 2 more treasures.
Down to 8.
Pass the turn.
All right. End step. I didn't have this last turn. I wish I did, but I'll memory deluge counters.
Oh. I will counter that.
Okay. Untap. I'll draw. I will play a land and I'll pass to you.
Actually, I'm going to play a Hermit first.
Okay.
Six, 7, 8.
You got a Shatter Skull.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm dead.
with a divide by 0.
Yep. You got it. Well, we can sneak in that third game if we play
do it.
fast. All right. Yeah, I kept an opener with just eggs, Spikefield Hazard, and a Galvanic, and I drew Memory Deluge a turn late, and then just, kind of flooded out. But
Yeah, just didn't have any action.
Yep, and Goldspan did Goldspan things and destroyed me.
If you don't have action, Goldspan will kill you.
Goldspan will do it. Okay, well, game 1 and game 2 very similar. Both grind fests, like. I'm just kidding. That was, and that's what Izzet can do. That's what dragons can do, and I cannot. I don't win fast. So if I'm winning, it's a grind. But
That game really came down to my turn 4.
or the way you drew, it felt like you needed a land.
Yeah. Yeah, just needed kept a 3-lander. It didn't hit on the first 2 draws, hit on the third one. Then I definitely wanted to. I had 2 gold spans already in hand, so I was like, definitely want to resolve this to find the other land.
Yeah.
I actually found land and Chatterskull off that deluge.
Not bad, not bad.
So
Okay, game 3 for all of Zimabos. I will start, and saved by the last 2 cards, but that was not looking good. But yeah, I'll keep.
keeping. Yeah, I'll keep as well.
All right, Mountain Goat.
Mountain Goat.
Mountain Goats.
Island Go.
I have a land and a Foretold card. Pass to you.
Foretold card.
Foretold card.
Island Hermit.
Yep.
You're up.
I'm gonna go with a Expressive Iteration.
Sure.
Fufta. Okay, good magic cards here. Still slightly awkward, I guess. I will go with.
Fast and loose, Corey.
Well, this is tough. Just
Pick one at random. It'll be fine.
This card to my hand, and I will go this over here, this here. I'll play this as a mountain and Spikefield Hazard.
Play a Lava Glide Pathway and pass the turn.
Okay. I'll draw. And I will start with a expressive iteration.
I will divide that by 0.
Division. Yep, you got it.
Get environmental sciences.
I'll play a land and I'll pass to you.
I will cast sciences.
Okay.
Go to 22.
Yep.
Get an island.
Okay.
Play it and play a hermit.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I'm going to cast this while I can. I have an unexpected windfall, discarding Hermit.
Sure.
Draw 2 treasures. I will play this land and pass to you.
You got 5 in hand.
5 in hand, yep.
Take 3, play Goldspan.
You're at 19.
Yep.
Yep.
Holy crap. Attack for 6, I got a treasure.
Yep.
You go to 14.
Yep.
Pass the turn.
I didn't love that, believe it or not.
I loved it.
Oh.
I loved it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Still do, actually.
Still currently loving it.
Yeah. Loving it more than McDonald's.
Okay. Let's go with a... I'm going to go with this thing. Benevolent Geist.
Yeah.
Expressive iteration.
Sure.
That's not good for me. Put this into my hand, this over here, this here. Now I will sack this to Demon Bolt the Dragon.
It was a Demon Bolt.
It sure was.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We'll get a treasure.
Yep. And I will play this as a land, and I'll pass to you. Yeah, didn't have the divide by 0, but I think I had an option to take it. I think it's on the bottom of my library, so I probably just screwed up.
Attack for 2.
12.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Island, Thundering Rebuke the Geist.
Okay.
And I will pass the turn.
Okay. 1 tap, draw.
I would like to draw another Goldspan Dragon.
Really? You would like your best card? That's wild. Okay, I'm gonna go for a land and a Lear.
Saw it coming.
You saw that coming? That far away? Okay. I'll foretell a magic card and I'll pass to you.
You know what? That was not Goldspan Dragon. It's about as far away as possible. Attack for 2.
10.
Play Frostboil Snarl.
Getting frosty. Frosty, the tilting draw. Okay, I'm gonna go with an egg.
Sure.
And I'll pass to you. Did you get another snarl?
Rebuke the egg.
Okay.
Attack for 2.
Yep, 8.
Snarl.
Ends up memory deluge.
That's fine. You only have 2.
I only have 2 open, yep.
Is that something I want to counter?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know if I want to counter it or not, you know?
Yeah, I just don't know. You have 3 in hand?
I have 3.
Yeah, I'll counter.
Okay. Untap a draw. I will Galvanic Iteration.
Yep.
All runs. Combo Splinter Twin. Now, if you have Tested Talons, I still get 1 turn at least.
I'll counter one of them.
Good. So I will get some birdies. Take 1 turn.
Yep.
Untap, draw. That was so tilting too. Oh, I guess I do have memory deluge. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. I will flashback memory deluge.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Corey, of course, needed land 9 there to flashback iteration and cast his Foretold Alrund's Epiphany.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, so now I just got to make sure you don't do disgusting things to me. Maybe I still just take these 2.
You know I'm rattling off Quad Epiphany right now, right?
Yeah, I know. I don't want to protect against it. So I'm going to take these 2 cards. I'll put these here. I'll play the Tilting Snarl, and I'll attack for 2.
I'm at 17.
Pass to you.
Issue of this game is I just never drew any sort of card advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, one memory deluge and your game looks a lot different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had multiple turns where I'm just trying to not die. And that's when you want to, do your thing.
I will play a Benevolent Geist.
Yep.
And I'll play an egg.
Okay. I was like, I totally forgot about Benevolent Geist. I took Tested Talents to stop you from doing that. I was like, okay, this is how I lose.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had exactly 10 too.
Yeah, tilt. All right, so 6, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do the one from the graveyard and then Alrun's. 5, 6. Yep, some turns. And I can't attack this turn. Turn number 1. All right. 9 mana. Let's do it again. So now I got 3 turns banked up, and I get 4 more birds, and that should just be lethal.
10, yeah.
I have the Hall, too. I'll just start attacking with the Hall multiple times. But
Yep, that'll do big.
Woo! Woo! I even put an All-Rins on the bottom from Memory Deluge. Oh, boy. All right, well, we are running out of time, but hey, close matches. And do you have any big takeaway? My big takeaway so far is just that we went 2-1 every single time. Every match is close. And you know what? I think just play the deck that you know the best and tune it towards the big 4 here. This is the big 4 of decks that we played. And you should be okay, but I don't know. What do you think? What was your takeaway from the deck?
My takeaway is that every deck I played, I felt like if my draw was
Here we go.
I felt like if my draw was good enough, I would win the game.
Yeah.
But anything so if I had an A draw, I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
But an A minus draw, then I need a stumble from you.
Yeah.
And a B plus draw, I can basically never win.
Yeah.
Like any stumble from any deck, like you just take advantage of it too well. Or if you give this deck too much time to set up, you just can't ever beat them. So it makes me think that I've got to mulligan aggressively to really get hands.
Yeah.
If I want to beat this deck, but I don't. Sometimes they just don't come.
Yeah, exactly. And my big takeaway as far as people that want to pick up this deck, add a 3rd Leer to the board because I think that's just the card. I'm low on Goldspan Dragon and I'm high on Leer and Egg. In some combination, I'll go play and draw. I'll mix and match those ends. Sometimes on the draw against quite a lot of decks, I'll be not playing Egg. Like in the mirror, Egg on the draw is not that good. I don't really like that much. And I just kind of by feel too. Like if I think they left in a lot of removal, I'll take out creatures. And I'll just go turns and I'll just try to do that. It's a lot of. A sideboard guide is something that's helpful with a deck like this, but you cannot rely on it because you really need a lot of stuff and you need reps to play the deck. But anyways, we are running low on time. So Rob, you want to thank some subs? We're going to thank some sponsors. We're heading out.
Yeah, I got a few subs today. Inferno Titan, Heptagon 24.
Heptagon.
Our subs today. So thank you to them.
Nice.
All of our other subs.
Yes, thank you for that support. If you'd like to support Star City Games in another way, you can join SCG Premium. $7.99 a month will get you access to exclusive content from our wonderful staff of content creators, as well as 5% off of sealed product, 10% off of singles, and 15% off of supplies. So head on over to starcitygames.com/join-premium. Sign up today.
And you won't believe the announcement. Well, you might since you know it, but you will not believe the announcement I'm about to make. It's Crimson Vow time already. You can already pre-order the next set if you're a big vampire fan. I know we're going to be getting... Florian's going to be getting the help it desperately needs. That's still a card that I love, that I just want to be good. And it's just not quite there. But Crimson Vow should help it out. We can pre-order Crimson Vow already by going to starcitygames.com/previews to just get sealed products so far since we don't know any cards yet. But next week already we get cards.
And if you want to pick up a little extra cash so you can grab that sealed product for Innistrad Crimson Vow, Star City Games is always buying cards, and the process has never been easier because there are so many ways to do it. You can use the buy list feature on the website. You can mail your cards into SCG and let them do the work for you. You can make an appointment and come into the store to do your business in person, and if your collection is big enough, you can make an appointment and have Star City Games come to you. So pick whichever works best for your situation, and always keep in mind that when trading in cards for store credit, you'll get a 30% bonus on that trade-in.
Absolutely, and if you get some of that store credit back, you might want to bling up your basic lands. That's the sale this week. We got 15% off basics, so, full art ones like, the unhinged ones. I need to pick up some more of those. I realized I only had 6 islands.
That's not enough islands.
That's not enough islands at all. I played mono blue once.
Yeah, for the decks I play, yeah, I need at least 20.
I'm thinking someone took my full unglued lands. It might be you. I'm gonna look through your collection.
I don't play those lands.
Okay.
I play nice Mirage lands, maybe some Portals. I've got a few betas.
Okay.
The ones I want, though, I'm going to see what the price is on them now. They've gone up recently. It's the original Arena lands.
Oh, those are good too. I kind of
Island
like
with the Serpent.
the new full art lands too. The colors are brighter and they just kind of pop. I kind of like those too. They're my second favorite. I have a lot of those as well. But regardless, if you like basic lands as well, because you got to play them. You got to play some of them these days. Don't play the snow decks. Play Izzet so you can play your cool, pretty unsnow lands. But bottom line is it's 15% off basic lands.
Or if you need to pick up your snow lands for your mono green or mono white deck, now's a good time to do it.
That's a good point. Yeah, they're already probably 20 cents now, 15% off. There we go. So go to starcitygames.com/sale to check on that. Now remember, this sale does end at 11:59 on Sunday, so buy them over the weekend.
I guess those still count as basic lands. I wonder if they're included in the sale. Snow lands. It feels kind of like they should be, even though they're technically basic lands. I don't really know.
It's your job to know if they're included in the sale. Or not.
I don't think that's my job. You're the sale person.
I was putting it on you and hoping you weren't going to send it back. Yeah.
They're literally in the image, and they're basic lands.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's basic lands. I'm getting confused. It's been a long show.
You're fired.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess I'll leave.
You got to do the last plug.
No, you can do the
Oh,
plug.
come on.
If you like the shirts that we wear, you can find their entire collection of t-shirts, hoodies, and stickers at coalesceapparel.shop. And be sure to use the gift code SCG when checking out to get 10% off of your purchase there as well.
All right, everyone. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Like you said, we are getting ready for the SCG Invitational, which is coming up next weekend already. I'd say, there's places to qualify anymore, but I think you kind of had to be qualified now. So there's last chance qualifiers, though, I believe, on site. Right, Rob?
Noon and 5, I think.
I believe they're Thursday.
Yeah,
I think Thursday
Okay.
off-site.
Cool.
Downtown, I believe. I hope I'm not misspeaking on that one. I'm not entirely sure.
They're actually
Okay.
at Corey's house.
No, they're actually at the basketball courts. If you win the pickup game against me and Ross, you're in. No, I'm just kidding. That is not true.
Literally anyone who wants to get in the envy, just show up for that and you're in.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
We'd have a
That's
big
true.
invitational.
There are people that don't even know how to play Magic that are coming in, children, whatever. Everyone's beating us. So, but yeah, moral of the story is if you want to still qualify, you can come down to Roanoke, do some last chance qualifiers. And if you don't get in, you know what? There's PTQs going on the entire day, a lot of side events, special games. It's going to be all around just a super fun deal. So,
Yeah, Corey's offering free tours of his house.
yeah,
Go
sure,
check that out.
sure, something like
Chat
that.
Henry a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. We will be back Thursday. We're going to be dipping into Modern probably for the last two shows. We don't know for sure about our next Monday one, but there's still a lot to explore in Modern. A lot is going to be changing with that. There's a lot more decks than the 4 decks in Standard, so we got some work to do as well for that. So if you're going to be playing, come prepared on Thursday and Tuesday to do some learning with us. So for Rob, for Ross Merriam, I'm Corey Baumeister. We'll see you then.